1. This is the pilot episode, and this is part 3. Welcome to part 3. So, you're halfway up a mountain, near the end of a twisting, winding path, covered in loose, rocky scree. Far above you, the mountain is beginning to tremble at the notes which echo from Lena's lute, and a terrible magic has descended on all of you. Not quite as fancy as Lena would have hoped, but you all feel strength in you.
It's pretty fucking great in my eyes. Nothing terrible about it. Fuck those wolves.
So, speaking of wolves, there is, as I said, 6 massive timber wolves. Their fur dark grey, their teeth bared and snarling. You can see where their gums are bleeding, blood dripping from savage maws. Their hackles are raised, and their eyes glow a fierce red that reflects the brilliant sky above you.
I draw my
and begin to close in. What do you do?
I draw my spear and shake it at them and shout that I've taken worse than a couple hungry wolves.
They answer with a snarl, and 2 of them dart forward, lunging at you. What do you do?
I try to dodge to the side and swing my spear at as it's charging at me, aim at its mouth with my spear, swing it sideways.
Excellent. It sounds like you're hacking and slashing.
It sure sounds like that.
Plus your
strength.
Let me find the page. There. 8.
Okay, 8. So, you manage to land your blow. As you step to the side and swing your spear into the side of the other, roll damage. So, this is your base damage for your class, plus a d4 for the bardic spell that is currently affecting you. Plus, I believe, no, it's just 1 piercing, isn't it? Because your spear is special.
It's
2
piercing. It's 2 piercing, but I guess they don't have armor.
They have a thick and tough hide.
Oh.
Which your spear excellently punches through. So, roll damage.
That's a lot.
Could you...
You just put in your D whatever, not 1d8, but just d8, or whatever it is for you.
D10 is my damage.
Plus a D3.
And
plus
d4.
A D4. Plus a D4 again, sorry.
D4.
Totally doing very good. Okay.
5.
And I need you to roll 1d6 plus 2 plus d4.
You're letting us roll our own damage? That's sick.
It's what the game tells you to do.
1d...
1d6 plus 2 plus d4.
1d4.
Okay. So, you take 5 damage. So, your armor, you're wearing chainmail, is 1 armor, so that's 4.
Yeah.
So, as you step to the side, you lunge with your spear. It sinks between the ribs of this massive, snarling, obviously possessed timberwolf. It slumps down to the ground dead. The other one slams into you, snarling teeth straight going for your throat, heavy paws pushing you to the ground. You land heavily on your back, the spear still in your hand, and as you land there, this thing is upon you. Sybil, you see the wolf slam into Damari, and she goes down, but you have your own problems to worry about. 2 of the wolves are coming straight at you. What are you going to do?
I'm going to dodge them. I'm not going to try and attack them.
What the fuck?
Okay, so, are you just trying to step one side, the other side? Okay.
Yes.
It sounds like you're defying the very obvious danger of being savaged by wolves. Could you roll 2d6 plus your dexterity, please?
Plus dexterity. Oh, it's plus 0. Oh.
Ooh.
Mark 1 XP!
Could you mark
Yay.
1 XP?
Markets.
Always start with a positive thing, so
Yes,
he
mark
gets
one
happy.
XP.
And then crush him.
Then could you roll 1d6 plus 2 plus d4 twice?
1d6 plus 2.
Plus 2 plus d4 twice.
Okay.
Okay,
9 and
9
8.
damage. You take 9 damage, minus 1 for your armor, because you have the hide
8
armor.
plus 7.
So it's 8. You take 8 damage. So as you attempt to weave and dive, the first wolf barrels into you, shoulder checks your legs tumble from under you, you land on your face, down in the icy, slick gravel, and the other wolf lands on your back and begins rending claws across your heavy hide armor. Lena, your arcane arts are not going well. Both of your companions are down. And yes,
just
you
wait.
guessed it. 2 of the wolves are coming for you. What do you do?
Quick question. Did the magic reverberate upon myself as well?
Yep. Everybody.
Okay, then
All the
I
party
would like...
and all the wolves are affected currently by your magic.
Sidebar question. Walika, what's your max HP?
I took 8 plus 7 damage, right? Or just 8?
Just 7. No, just 8. It's
Okay.
pick the highest of those 2, which is 9, and then 1 armor. So
My max HP is 15.
Okay, then I know what to do. I still have my loot in hand and strike it and... sorry, I had to do that. Go basically into the Eye of the Tiger mode, because it's the thrill of the fight. No, it's the Eye of the Timberwolf, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the glory of this battle.
As you attempt to strum this out, I should point out that there are a pair of wolves coming for you. What are you doing about
I've
them?
got balls. I dance along with my loot, trying to dodge.
It sounds like you're trying to defy the danger and then cast a spell. You're defying the danger with your dexterity.
And I'm dexterous.
Ooh. Okay. You can avoid the blows of the wolves, but you cannot protect both yourself and your instrument. One of you is going to get hit.
Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Fuck this. Not my loot, man.
Okay. Roll up the damage.
Slash roll 1d6 plus 2 plus... Oh, it's cruel to roll my own damage. It makes it so twisted. 6.
Okay, and you have leather armor, so that's 1.
Yeah, 1.
Okay.
And...
So, cast the spell, and then I'll tell you what happens. So, roll it up.
Let me first see how the spell goes. Oh, it goes well. Again, this blue notes shimmer out, and this time it's not Bastard's only Sybil's fighting spirit, but also closes her wounds by 1d8. 7.
Ooh. So, Sybil, as you're like face down in the icy thing, you hear the song, and your wounds seal. Unfortunately, Lena, as the wolf gashes your leg, the weight of your body like drops you to the ground. You land on your butt, like your arms wrapped protectively around the loot as the wolves advance menacingly. Damari, you're grappling with your own wolf. It's trying to rip out your throat. Its paws are on your chest. Your spear's still in your hand. You're lying on your back. All around you, the chaos of screaming wolves that are like, which only Sybil understands as, we're gonna kill you! What do you do?
There's not much else to do because there's a massive wolf on top of me, so I'm trying to push it to the side, and at the same time, like, as I'm holding the spear on the side, thrust it to its flank from there.
Okay. So you're basically like trying to shove it away from you so that you can like get the spear in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a hack and slash. Ooh, excellent. If you could roll your damage, a d10 plus a d4.
No,
come on.
Counts for 1 attack.
Only 1?
Only 1 attack.
Oh.
Well, that's that's 1 damage.
D1 forward to damage. That's the next damage roll.
Ah, forward. Okay, excellent.
Unless you wanna make it the magic reverberated hardcore mode.
I mean, that would mean that all the wolves still have it active.
Yeah,
But
that's
no.
why I'm saying this.
No, I'm fine with that. So
And also, Auntie, learn to fucking roll.
So, Auntie, could you please roll d6 plus 2? Okay, you take 2 points of damage because you have 1 arm. Okay, so you like manage to shove this wolf off you, but not before its claw swipes across your face and 3 ragged lines of red blood begin to drip down your face. You jab at it with the spear, but it like leaps back. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna climb up, survey the surroundings. Is there like how immediate danger are the 2 others compared to me?
How?
Like
There's a wolf next to any of us. We're all pretty fucked.
2 wolves next to
Lena
each of
is
us.
on her butt, clutching her loot, with 2 wolves like circling her, about to leap. Sybil is on his front with a wolf on his back, like clawing at him, while another one is predatorily stalking, circling around him. And you have this wolf gashed down its ribs as it's like snarling, ready to pounce.
The moment you said 6 wolves, I was like, wait, that's a lot for 3 level 1s.
Well, I don't know, so.
I know, though. I do.
yeah. I think I'm going to ignore the wolf that I just threw away and charge at the ones that are attacking Lena.
Okay.
To save her.
Okay, roll damage.
Damage.
Depends on your intention. Do you try to defend me or do you try to attack the wolves? There are 2 different moves.
Yeah. I'm going to attack, try to attack the wolves,
Okay, roll damage.
From put the spear in them from behind.
Shaft them. First, you have to roll your attack, though.
No, I said roll damage, not.
Oh, okay. No, sorry. Okay.
And can you roll a d6 plus 2?
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Oh.
So you take 7 points of damage. So as you turn your back on the wolf behind you, it slams down on your shoulders, leaping into the air. Claws scratch through the chainmail, and you feel a heat, not just of your own blood, but of the very hell fires of which burn within this creature. You manage to, however, stab your spear into the wolf, prowling around Lena, but it it goes in and comes back out, and you can tell that you haven't hit anything vital. Blood pours out, and it turns to you, a snarl on its face. You've got 2 piercing on your spear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So that one that you just attacked is now focused on you and not Lena, and the one that you fled from is now focused on you. So just to fill you in what I did there, you automatically hit the one that was focused on Lena. These wolves are pretty savage and not very tactically aware since they've been maddened. However, you provoked an attack from the one behind you, so you just took straight up damage. If you were in a fight with it, it'll be hack and slash, and then you'd roll. But this is just, you ignore one, you hit the other. So, Lena, there's a brief moment of safety as one of these wolves peels away from you, and you can see that these 2 wolves, both bleeding from stab wounds, are focused in on Damari. One, however, still is after you.
Would you define these wolves as creatures unusual because they're mountain timber wolf stuff, or is it run-of-the-mill wolf?
It depends, because they're dripping blood from their mouths and their maddened red eyes, but your lore is monsters, right? And creatures unusual.
A bestiary of creatures unusual. Your call.
Well, they weren't unusual previously, but now they are. So I think I'll let you. Yeah, go for it. Tell me what you need to do.
My question is, how can I hurt them the most? Do I have a special area around their tummy where their hide is not as thick or something like that? Because I've already...
So, do you have to tell me where you heard this?
I can, yes. Obviously, staying around taverns, singing my songs all the time, I meet all sorts of huntsmen and monster slayers and sing my songs about them and obviously talk to get the information for my songs. One of them was famously known hunter Thar, who is pretty nifty with a bow and knows where to aim with all
His
things.
name was Thar?
Thar, Thar.
Okay, let's see. Thar the Hunter. And was this man from Hollow's Vale or the area surrounding?
Oh no, he was far off, somewhere around the Great Forest because he's a hunter, but he knows how to shoot anything because he always hits his mark.
Okay, so we see these wolves closing in on Madari. I want to say Madari, but it's not. Damari. We see these wolves closing in on Damari, and then we get like a super close up of Lena's eyes. It goes back into her skull, and we see this bawdy tavern scene where there's this shadowy figure you can not really see, but you can hear his voice. And he says, I were hunting wolves once, and I saw this massive beast. I don't know rightly where it came from, but there were ice in its fur. It weren't from local. There were blood dripping from its mouth, although it had freshly killed, and its eyes burned with a terrible red energy. I knew right then and there it wasn't meant to be in this world or the next, so I shot it. I might admit I was trembling a bit, and maybe my arrow didn't quite sail as I wanted. And it struck the beast in its stomach, and as it did, the creature exploded. I jest you not. It burst forth with maggots from its stomach, and inside there were nothing natural, I tell you. But it'll, oh god, I need another drink. And the shadowy figure.
That's when I wrote the Ballad of Thar the Hunter and the Exploding Wolves.
Okay, so and then we like super flashback, and you see this wolf snarling at you, like
yeah, and I lunge forward with my rapier, going for the tummy, and scream, "Their weak point is at their tummies!
Tummies!
Tummy strike. Okay.
Go for the
So,
no, not the balls, but the bellies."
A hack and slash. You use dexterity and take +1 forward.
7, good enough.
So with a 7, could you roll up your damage? And you have D4 extra because you're bard.
Yeah. 7 and 1 pierce.
And could you roll the D6 +2?
Yeah, I feared you would say that. 8.
Okay, so you take 7 points of damage. So, as you cry out, "Go for their tummies!" and you thrust your rapier up, it strikes the beast straight in the stomach, and as soon as your rapier pierces the skin, it explodes like popping a balloon, and it disgorges atop you this vile, sickening, red viscera. You see tiny, like, almost like maggots squirming inside it, and it's hot. Incredibly hot. Hot as burning pitch. And as it slops down onto you, you immediately begin to just like feel your skin burning. Now, Sybil, you
Hello?
hear the sounds of it almost like a firework dully in your ear, because more
But doesn't it go-
pressingly- No, it's more of like a combination firework and wet tearing sound.
Okay.
So, but more importantly, Sybil, you can hear the snarling of the wolf that's pressed to your ear, the breathing of its snout. What do you do?
I'm going to shapeshift into a grizzly bear.
Oh yeah! Roll it up. And let's figure out what the hell I do with this. I have no...
Want me to copy paste the thing?
No,
or?
I've got the PDF open. I can get there pretty quick.
I got it.
Druid, shapeshifter, excellent. Okay. So you roll an 8. On a 7 to 9, hold 2. You may take the physical form of any species whose essence you have studied, who lives in your land. You and your possessions meld into a perfect copy of the special form. You have any innate abilities and weaknesses of the form: claws, wings, skills, breathing water instead of air. You may still use your stats, but some moves may be harder to trigger. A house cat will find it harder to do battle with an ogre. Okay. The GM will also tell you one or more moves associated with your new form. Spend 1 hold to make that move. Okay. Excellent. So, you transform into a bear. What does it look like?
It's a big, thick fur, brown grizzly bear with with a big mouth and also has claws on its hand.
Okay. So, as a grizzly bear, your moves are to rend and tear apart, and to endure without a flinch. And you can just do that. Spend one hold and do that. So you transform into a bear. The wolf on your back is like flung off, and the one next to you like snarls, lunges forward while its packmate gets back up. What do you do?
I'm gonna rend and tear.
Okay, you spend one hold. As the wolf leaps at you, you slam your heavy paw down into it, and it just like tears into its head, rips off as you do a lazy swipe with your paw, and it dies. It just falls there at your feet.
Okay.
Lena. There's a hairy bear. But you're
And
still
the
being
maiden's so fair.
attacked. What do you do?
Am I though? The wolf I struck exploded.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you're covered in burning
Yeah, and this is
hot
the time to shine.
entrails. What do you do?
Quick sidebar. That bear, do you have more hit points now, or how does that?
He's
Or-
same hit points.
Okay. This is after I remember Thar the Hunter. I obviously strike the Ballad of Thar. There once was a hunter named Thar. He met a wolf in the forest not far. He shot it in the belly, and it exploded into jelly.
Excellent. But what are you doing about the fact that you're burning? The entrails on you are like hot.
Oh shit!
Imagine like burning pitch hot.
I take it like a big girl.
Okay. Defy danger using your con. So 2d6 plus con.
Okay.
You can either scream and flail ineptly, looking like a total weenie, or you can cast off the burning remains of your leather armor.
Yeah. I strike a sexy tune and strip.
So you fling the burnt remains. You fling the burnt remains of your leather armor to the ground as like this sick sulfurous smell rises up your nostrils. And is there an effect with your song, or are you just singing?
Yeah, I would love to. Let's first see how it goes, though. Oh, and it's a fabulous song, obviously. And wait, who is more wounded? I think Anti on 10. Waliko, you're on. You're muted.
I have 13. I'm
Yeah,
good.
okay, then this time it heals Anti for 1d8. Yeah!
Yeah.
Excellent. So
It counts. It still counts.
excellent. So Damari, you're healed for 1, and you feel the bolstering resolve of Lena as she stands back up. You can smell this burning scent, and the words of Lena reverberate in your ears. Go for their tummy! But there are 2
Tummy.
injured wolves. They have taken wounds that would fell any normal beast. But what do you do as they snarl and advance? Also, I have a purple pen.
Good job. I'm gonna make the closest wolf to me. I'm gonna make a roundhouse kick to its face, so that it reveals its it flings to the side and reveals its tummy, and then I'm gonna follow up with the uppercut from the spear to its.
Well, you know what I'm
belly.
going to ask you for. Roll plus
Hmm?
1.
Ooh, didn't expect that.
And take plus 1 forward. That's a 10.
10.
Because you're following the advice of Lena.
Yeah.
So you roundhouse kick this thing in the face, and it snarls, and you could feel its fangs hanging on to your foot, biting through the leather of your boots, and its neck and spine distend and twist as its head carries on with your foot, and then you plunge your spear into its stomach. Roll damage for you. So a d10. Yep. You
Auntie, what
jam.
the?
You jam your spear into this thing's stomach, and it explodes. There's a shower of hot, burning entrails on the end of your spear, and as you like pull it out, they slide off the elegant craftsmanship, and you see like almost steamy vapor rising from the top. The wolf that like was behind you like lunges forward, its comrade's corpse getting in the way. It rips and tears the neck apart and leaps forward at you. What do you do?
So there's another wolf immediately coming at me. Well, I'm gonna try to pull my spear back and just defend against this sleeping wolf, like block the fangs with my spear.
Okay, so you bring your spear up, the wolf's fangs close around the spear, and you feel a brief wait and then a tug. The spear is wrenched from your grasp, flies into the dirt 10 feet away from you, and you have nothing but your bare hands. The wolf snarls at you. Lena, you see Damari defenseless before this wolf. What do you do?
I go in to defend her by basically charging the wolf from the side.
Okay. Do you want to defend?
No, fuck it, we go full whammy. I stab it in the tummy from the side if I can.
Okay, so you're running forward with your rapier. Roll plus dex. There is no more +1, because the +1 forward is gone for you.
I don't need +1.
That's excellent.
I am
roll
good.
Roll up your damage.
Auntie, keep looking at this. That's how you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you run full tilt into this wolf, and your rapier splurges through the wolf, out the other side. Did you aim for its tummy? I didn't hear
Yeah,
you.
indeed.
Excellent. So its stomach explodes, distending these
But this
burning
time
maggots.
I'm aware enough and roll back instantly.
And as the rapier is just coated with this burning substance, you like fling yourself back and land on your butt. There's just this smouldering pile of entrails where this wolf used to be. Sybil, you feel the power of the bear coursing through you. You have one remaining hold. And there is a wolf clinging to your back. It's leapt on there, sunk its claws in, and it's like trying to get its jaw close enough to your throat to like bite into you. But you're just so big and burly. What are you going to do?
It's the last wolf remaining, right?
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna shake him off me, and then gonna rend and tear him.
Okay. So, as you fling him from side to side, I would like you to defy danger using strength.
Get 1 XP! Yes!
So you gain 1 XP, and as you fling this wolf from you, a big patch of your fur and your meat goes with it. Roll a d6 plus 2. You take 5 points of damage, minus 1 for your armor.
Alright.
And would you like to spend 1 hold to rend and tear?
Yes, following. Oh, or I could endure it, right? I don't know
You
what
could
it
spend
does.
1 hold to endure pain without flinching. That's correct.
Oh, never mind. I'll rend and tear after.
If you spend the hold, you don't take that damage.
Oh,
You'll just ignore it entirely. It's to endure great harm without flinching. You just ignore
then
the
I'll
damage.
endure it without flinching.
Okay, so as this wolf tears away from you, it takes your bare form with it as it spends the last hold. I am right in thinking that's how it works.
Yeah.
So
You
it like
are.
it flies off you with this massive fur in its mouth, and it quickly disintegrates into just like patches of dust on the ground. You stand there once again in humanoid form, unscathed, as this wolf lands there amid the 3 of you, snarling and vicious. What do you do?
And still fucking alive!
I mean,
Yes.
I didn't attack it.
Do you want to follow up and attack it with your staff, or do you want to shift into the form of another creature?
No. I want to try and communicate with it and see if I can calm it down.
Could you
At this
please-
point, I want to stab it.
Okay, could you please defy danger, Sybil, with your charisma?
8.
Okay. So, you can either take a moment to understand the nature of this creature, you can gain an insight into why it is this way, or you can kill it before it harms you. Which do you choose?
Insight.
You're
Insight
really low on hit
into-
points, though.
No, I'm 14. I endured the last attack.
Insight into its true nature?
Yeah, insight into its true nature.
Okay, so as you stare into this thing's eyes and you talk to it in calming tones, I am right in thinking you can't actually speak Wolf. You can just understand it.
Yeah, I think
you speak
I
to
think
it
it's
in a-
something like that.
Yeah, okay. As you speak to it in a calming tone, you see this hatred and hunger seething in its eyes, and its mouth is barking out this horrible, wretched sound. And you can tell that all it cares about is feeding. All it cares about is eating you, ripping you apart and swallowing you. But as you look into its eyes, you can tell that this is no creature of nature. The wolf you see before you is a mere husk, a vessel for something much darker and much, much more dangerous. As it bites down into your calming hand, roll the d6 plus 2. You take 3 damage. And I believe that, Lena, you were trying to kill this thing. So you see Sybil, like, trying to calm it, and he looks like maybe he has a moment of recognition, and then it bites down
and
into
then
his wrist.
I go in from the side, fuck this shit, and stab it in the tummy.
Okay. It's like wrapped onto Sybil's arms. There's no contest. Roll damage.
Also, I then jump backwards to not get sprayed again.
Okay. So you stab it in the tummy. It explodes, disgorging this vile, putrefacted, red, boiling, viscous liquid.
I'll probably get hit with it since I was being bitten in the hand.
Nah, because it was like hanging on with its jaws. Its tummy
Oh.
was just like flailing in the mid area, since it wasn't on top of you or like on you somehow. So this creature's stomach explodes, and for a moment, there's this creepy, eerie silence across the mountain, broken only by the howling wind through the mountain peaks and the sickening squelch of flaming maggots as they cease to move. Who breaks the silence first?
I do. I look at Amari and say, well, some fighter you are.
I don't answer him. I just go pick up my spear from them 10
But
feet
then again,
away.
The tavern's always like a funny hero story.
Yeah, I sit on a rock, like holding my spear up and thinking to my hand, like, what have I done? Like, this is not how the story was supposed to go.
It is now. I think later we can change our bonds because I'm fucking hard now. Oh god.
No.
Yeah, I think
You
so.
you only survived because of advice on others, not on your own strength.
I, as far as counted, not only led to the destruction of all these wolves, but killed most of them.
From advice from another person, not from
Yeah.
your own experience.
Brains, not brawn, my friend. Brains.
Well, you still smell like prey.
I'm gonna walk to get up from the rock and walk to in front of Lena, like just like a feet away. Like I'm tall. I think I'm taller than her. Like
Oh yeah, I'm not that big.
a
I'm
feet or
small and weavy.
a foot or so, and I just stare at her eyes for a while, and then I slap her shoulder. And, you tough. you're tough. Yeah.
Okay,
Told
so
you,
as
big girl.
Then
as you slap Lena's shoulder, an echo reverberates through the mountains. And again, that eerie silence descends as you just hear it reverberating further and further away. And then a howl answers back. And then you hear again, further in the distance, another howl. And Sybil, you recognize it. These beasts, they aren't the only maddened wolves possessed by demonic spirits that roam these mountain peaks. And they definitely know that there is fresh food available. As you look around at the assorted viscera surrounding you, what do you do?
I suggest we look for this second entrance to enter Dwarven hold name I forgot here.
Vadum.
Vadum, thank you. And once we find it, we camp in the entrance.
Vunam. Not Vadum, it's Vunam.
What you said. Because we can't take another fight like this, so I suggest we leg it and camp in the entrance, hoping that it's safe.
Instead of going for the second entrance, which we don't know if it's near or further, go for the original entrance.
Do we even know where the original is? Because I'm pretty sure we should have seen the original entrance about 2 days ago. So at this point, I feel like we head in the general direction and hope for the best.
By the way, is Lena like in her small clothes right now, or did she have like clothing on?
No, I
ragged finery. There's just like,
yeah.
If you imagine someone wearing like the nicest, richest, noble clothes, and that they had like a fine leather doublet, and then they just had to rip it off. There's just like buttons
basically
hanging.
tatters of a white blouse.
Yeah.
And
So it has holes everywhere.
Don't worry. Is there any way that I could use, where is it? Discern realities to maybe look around and see if there's an old beaten path that might lead to said trade entrance?
Yes, there most certainly is. Do you want to like start ranging far and wide, searching the ground for some indication or sign?
Sounds pretty perilous. I suggest that maybe the three of us, maybe especially the druid, since he's all nature-y, we head in the general direction of where we know the mountain entrance thing is and look for beaten paths along the way.
Okay.
By discerning realities and see. Wait, I get questions with that. Let me see. No.
Okay, so.
Yeah, I would
all
like to
doing
discern
this?
realities. I would like to look around while we walk in the general direction.
So before you roll that, is anyone helping? Like, Lena is like looking around, scouting the ground, looking to the horizon. The blood-red sky is still high above you and casting you in an eerie sunlight. All the trees look kind of dark and red because of just the red light coming down. Do any of you assist Lena in looking? Do any of you want to try and find your way as well?
Can I shapeshift into an owl and see if I can find the entrance?
Most certainly you can, but owls are nocturnal.
Isn't it night?
Nope. It's approaching dusk, but not yet night.
Oh.
I mean, you can do that. You can turn into an owl in the day. I'm just letting you know that I might screw you over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you will do that anyway, no matter what he shifts into.
No.
You would never do.
Of course not.
I mean, it's dusk. The early bird gets the worm.
Oh, just for that, take the owl, I love it. The early bird gets the worm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. No regrets.
Yeah, I'll be helping too because I need to make up somehow for the fact that we are 2 days late from our.
What you looking for? Your dignity?
Okay. So that's your roll for shapeshifting, but
Yeah.
Damari, could you roll 2d6 plus your bond with Lena, which is 1?
2d6 plus 1 though.
Well. 2d6.
You
So
get XP?
You get XP, but something
Is
terrible
this?
and bad is going to happen to you. So Sybil. Sybil, you transform into an owl. And on a roll of that goodness, you gain 3 hold. You may spend hold 1 for 1 to tell you one or more move associated with your new form. And the moves that the owl possesses are to swoop silently and to see in perfect clarity when the light is dim.
Okay.
What would you like to do as you shift into the form of owl?
I'd like to fly and use see clearly in dim light because it's dusk. So dim light.
Okay. So as the sun begins to drip lower and lower in the sky, you see with perfect clarity. Roll 2d6 plus 1 for your bond with Lena, plus 1 forward as you spend a hold.
2d6 plus 1 plus 1?
Yep. Okay.
That's better.
So
at least someone is helping.
Lena, you take a plus 1. The assistance of the owl, we'll find out what this all means in a bit, but you take plus 1. Roll 2d6 plus discern realities, plus 1.
9.
Okay. Is that one question or two? Let's see. Discern realities. One question. Be. Okay. Ask me one question.
Wait, I scrolled away. It would either be what should I be on the lookout for in the sense of finding the path, or what here is useful or valuable to me, finding the path. So, okay. Story-wise, I'm looking for the beaten path.
Okay, so, Sybil, as you look with perfect clarity in the fading light of the sun in the dusk, you see a small cave entrance between the sparse trees. It's far away, much too far for your earthbound colleagues to see. However, you spot a stream running down from this cave entrance. And as you swoop back down to your companions, Lena, you have found a small stream, the base of which is far below, and the source even further up. But as you're looking around, you see something glinting beneath the surface of the water. The cool, cold mountain water runs down. And as the fading light of the sun flickers around you, you can't quite make out what this thing is beneath the surface of this water, and an owl swoops by and lands near. Sybil, what do you do?
So we're near the stream? I got that correctly?
Everybody's near the stream, and you know
there's something glinting.
And you know, Sybil, that this stream connects to something at the top. Lena can see something beneath the surface of the water, but the fading light of the sun means that she can't see what it is beneath the ripples.
Can I see? Oh, I don't know that there's something under it.
I mean, if you spend a hold, you can.
Yeah, I'll spend a hold. I still have... Yeah.
So, as you spend a hold, you can see beneath the surface of the rippling water, there is a leather strap that terminates in a Celtic knot-style piece of silverwork. It looks like a belt, a thick, hard belt that's ancient beyond time, that has rested here for who knows how long. But you can also see, bubbling beneath the surface of the water, this dark red blood that drips and puddles by, and a almost fist-sized blob of it has stuck to this belt, and it's just hanging there, trapped from moving along with the current. What do you do?
I'm gonna spend my last hold to check the surroundings before, and the surroundings with the seeing well in dim light, and
So
in my natural form report what I saw under the stream.
Okay, so as you spend your last hold to see clearly in the fading light, you can see with trained eyes that there are tracks leading to the river and leading from the river. Those leading to are of many animals: moose, elk, boar, wolf. But you can see that leading away from the stream, the tracks all bear drippings of blood. And you think back to your encounter with the wolves, where blood dripped from their mouths as though they had freshly fed. And you can see that the tracks leading away from the river are all kind of erratic, much more energetic. and you shift back into the form of a human. So, Lena, as you're like looking at the glint beneath the
how far in is it? How far?
The stream itself is not very like.
So it would be feasible to like use my rapier to fish something out.
It would be feasible for you to hop across this stream. It's pretty small.
So I try to get whatever it is shiny with my rapier on the tip of my rapier and get it out.
Okay. And Sybil, you just report everything like when you go to human form, yeah? Just like bloop.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you
knowing
fish...
it's a belt, I try to catch it and get it.
You fish it out, and you see it's most definitely a belt. It terminates on one end with this shiny silvered, like Celtic knot style, and it has a buckle on the other end of it. But as you pull it out, you can see that big patches of it are stained this dark red, very dark, so dark it's almost fading into like this purpley color.
I would like to, having known all about this dwarven treasure spout lore, if it may be part of the dwarven treasure, or if I know anything at all about the Celtic knot symbol mysticism thing there.
Yeah, go for it.
That was intelligence, my not so good stat.
8.
Something interesting. I can tell you how I heard it.
I think with this, it's just you know this to be a dwarven belt. The Celtic knot is obviously dwarven in design, and you can tell from the thickness of it that this was worn by a dwarf.
And the blood patches are still on that belt?
Mm-hmm. It's stained dark red.
Can I try like to hold it in the water to see if it clears?
Mm-hmm. You wash the blood from it, and you see like this almost missable red tinge travel downstream, but you can see that the leather of the belt itself is stained.
I feel like putting this on would be a really bad idea, but on the other hand, I need to fasten my blouse somehow since it's almost ripped to fucking pieces. Shit. How fancy is the belt?
The belt is not very fancy, but it is very sturdy. The silverwork, however, is exquisite. Very good quality. But you would know this to be a mere bauble to dwarves. Every dwarf has silverwork like this.
Yeah, but to non-dwarves, it's still pretty fancy. I'll put it on.
Excellent. Your trepidation makes me feel like... Would you like to roll a Defy Danger? Plus your wisdom.
Okay. Whoop whoop! Look at it, Auntie, look at it!
Okay, so as you put the belt on, your heart begins to pound in your chest so loudly that it reverberates in your ears. Your fingers grip and tighten until you can feel the pulse pulsating through your hand in the tip of your fingers. You find that your jaw is gripped so tightly that your teeth are beginning to hurt. And when you realize you're doing this, you kind of catch yourself and you relax.
I feel alive, guys. Something is not right with this belt, but after I relax, it doesn't feel bad, does it?
Once you relax, the feeling begins to fade, but you can still feel your heart like pounding. Like, you know when you're in a near-death experience, like, or you're surprised. Like, if someone
Luckily,
jumps
I
out
don't know
with a
how
knife,
a near-death experience feels. Thanks, Blanche.
Okay, imagine you're surprised and you're like, your heart pounds really quickly, and then, it takes a while to slow down, and you can just...
I feel alive. I'm high. High on life. This is good. I will keep wearing this belt, or a dwarven belt, possibly possessed. How do I mark this down?
Okay. You can mark this down as Durga's belt. D-U-R-A-G-R belt. As you find dwarven runes inscribed on it, which read, Durga, you lard ass. But it's in Dwarven, so anyone that doesn't speak that ancient and venerable language would probably
I don't even speak Dwarven.
Mystic. But it's does not have any weight or any in-game effects.
Yeah, if it later does anything, you just tell me.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So
Lena,
what's your owl eye see, Legolas? Sorry.
I assume Damari has been just trudging somewhere around, like she sticks in her hair and trying to find the path forward.
Well,
With the role like that.
He does know the path because he was a owl. So
Yeah, but me.
You did share that info, Waliko.
Yeah, I did,
Okay.
but it's pretty far. How much time would it take to reach it?
you could probably get there before midnight, but night's already falling. You
And
can
we still
hear
have the
the howling of the wolves in the distance and the baying bark that tells you that they found the fight site and they're feasting on the remains of your fallen foes, but you don't know how long the meager drippings there would keep them occupied. However, you're beginning to feel quite weary, and your stomachs are ready for a rest and a bite of food. What do you do?
How far are we from the battle site at this point?
Half a day, maybe.
Okay, guys, in one of my ballads, it's called The Travels of Bilbo the Hobbit. In a situation like this, it would be smart to camp out in the trees, maybe?
In the trees.
In the trees. We climb up the trees and secure ourselves with rope so we don't fall down. Because I feel wolves cannot climb trees. That's how the hero of the story did it, and it worked quite fine.
Would I know
Until
if wolves can climb trees, since wolves are forest creatures?
No, wolves cannot climb trees.
You're a druid. You should
Sybil,
know wolves don't.
You know that wolves cannot climb the greatest of trees. And there are a few sparse, tall trees here that are sturdy enough that you know that no mere wolf could climb one.
Sounds like a better suggestion than covering ourselves in mud.
Being prepared, I get out my incredibly long rope with a grappling hook out of my backpack and suggest we climb the tree with that and secure ourselves on a big branch.
You okay?
All of us in the same tree?
Is there a tree big enough with like a
trees
branch crossing or whatever?
The trees are quite sparsely populated on this mountain. It's like cold. There's blizzard air blowing past you, and the trees are like these solitary monoliths against the blood-red night.
Yeah, but a tree to stand on this mountain must be fucking beasts. So
Solitary
yeah, I
monoliths.
suggest we go for one and look for a suitable like crossing of branches so we have a little space where we can all tie ourselves with my rope and my grappling hook.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Okay,
Yep.
so Lena, could you please roll to defy danger with your intelligence +1 forward for having the right tool for the right job.
8.
Okay, so you pull out your rope and your grappling hook and you fling it up the mountain tree.
Three.
The mountain tree. You feel the grappling hook bite into the tree, thick and deep. You know that if you climb this rope, your weight will pull that grappling hook so deep into the tree's wood that no man alive will be able to pull it free.
But 3 of us could.
The 3 of you atop the tree would not find
no,
the leverage to pull it. However, if you tugged it now, you might be able to loosen it.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have to throw again, and I throw like a girl. So I'm pretty fine that my first throw went this well, and I'll just roll with it because when a good thing comes your way, you take it. Fuck the grappling hook. I have another one maybe in my backpack. Who knows?
I mean, you can just take the rope from the
Yeah, the rope is not gone.
Rope.
Well, you'll need the rope to climb back down.
Right, that's a smart move. Actually, yes, that would be smart. No, yeah, fuck it. I have another. My backpack of adventuring and barding gear is big. I'm prepared for all those. I've sung Ballads of Heroes. I know what stuff they need, so I've got everything covered.
5 uses of rope and grapple and 1 wooden plank.
That's when you only know that one song where they need 5 ropes and grapple.
Yeah. So you all climb up this rope, and the grappling hook's so far up in the tree that the rope end near the ground doesn't even touch it. It starts maybe about a foot or 2 off the ground. You all climb this rope, and the first one to climb, Lena, I assume? The first one to climb, you feel the grappling hook sink deeply into the wood of the tree, and sticky sap begins to split forth from the bough. Wow, I can't talk. From the bough of the tree. And by the time you get to the top, Lena, where you see the grappling hook, there's just this hard, crystalline sap setting your grapple firmly into the tree.
Makes it even safer for my friends to climb up.
So what do the rest of you do?
Well, I'm gonna climb the rope next, following Lena. Like, after she is up there. Like, not while she is climbing.
Yeah, you climb up the rope, you're now in a tree. So Sybil, down on the ground, what do you do?
I'll climb up to the tree as well.
Okay, so as you all get to the top of the tree, this bough is like quite thick and sturdy. It can support all of your weight, but you can't like stand abreast. It's a bit of a trouble, you know. It's broad enough that you can plant your feet, but not broad enough that 2 of you could stand there together. Sybil, as you get to the top, you see this iron biting into the wood of this tree. How does this make you feel?
It makes me feel slightly uncomfortable that they would hurt this tree, but it is for our own safety, so I'll have to overlook it.
I get up the rest of the rope all the way, wind it once around me, and then give it to them to wind it once around themselves, and then we secure it with a tight knot.
Okay, so you're not going to fall off. Excellent. I'll cross that off.
Yeah, I know you.
Excellent. So it sounds like you're trying to make camp. I think there's a move for make camp. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah, there is.
So make camp. When you settle into rest, consume a ration. If you're somewhere dangerous, decide the watch order. If you have enough XP, you may level up. When you wake from at least a few hours in uninterrupted sleep, heal damage equal to your max HP. Okay.
The question is, do you see this as still dangerous area, or can we all rest without this?
I think everybody. God, Damari and Lena spend a ration. You're both down to 1 ration.
Mm-hmm.
And Sybil, I would like you to roll plus your wisdom. This is dangerous, but you've mitigated a great deal of the danger. Okay. So, Sybil, I think this is a question to everyone. What order are the watches?
It's still dusk, right?
It's nightfall. It's like night's full and you're up the tree. Who's watching in what order?
I watch first and blink away very quietly on my loot. Only
I'll take second watch.
Okay, I'll take the last.
Okay, so during the dead of the night, Sybil, you hear the rustling of creature in the underbrush far below, and as you zone your eyes down, you see a moose. A massive moose, easily tall again as a human is half. So, 1.5 humans standing on top of each other would be the height of this moose. Its antlers, it's like moose antlers, are just massive. Each one big as a man's chest. Its haunches are heavy and meaty, and you see it plodding through the underbrush. It gets up against the tree and rubs against the tree, and you feel this massive tree shake a slight bit. Like if someone had tickled, a mountain. You know that creature has got enough meat on it to make some hearty rations for your comrades. But to kill it, you're going to have to descend.
I mean, that's a druid. He
Yes.
won't wake us up.
Can I see its eyes and see if it's also possessed by a natural?
You can see that this creature does not have unnatural eyes. Its eyes do not glow red, its mouth does not drip with blood. But you heard the howling of the wolves not far away a mere couple hours ago.
I don't want to risk killing it because then the blood would attract the wolves, and it's a creature. I guess. Yeah, it's a creature, and I can't kill it. It's too sacred.
Be happy that I'm sleeping right now. It's just
Okay, so the night passes uneventfully apart from the baying of wolves in the distance. You all heal half your maximum HP. Bloop, bloop, bloop,
round
bloop.
it up or down.
Rounded up. It's dungeon
Great,
roll.
I'm
I'll
full.
be generous.
Thanks. Yeah, we're gonna die anyway.
And before you descend the tree, we'll take a break and go into the final hour. Sound good?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Excellent. Do 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 do.